story you are about to see is based on a world facing extinction at the hands of the undead. It is a world where only the dead survive with ease. It can be dark, brutal, and harrowing at times. Join us as we fight to survive against a never-resting, never-stopping, never-ending enemy.
Hello, survivors, and welcome back to Zealand, Las Vegas. Season 1, Chapter 3, Episode 2, Fight or Flight. In our last episode, our survivors kind of laid low a little bit. There was 5 infected searching the area that they had recently cleared. And in the time they waited, the infected seemed to have left. And right towards the end, they all got a text from me. Remember, we're playing in our current universe. So I exist as a character in the story as well as the GM. So they all got the notification on their phones, and it's a link to a Google Drive. And that's where we pick back up.
I open it so fast.
All right,
Even if it's not fast.
So you click on the link, and just like before with your internet searches, it takes some time. It's a direct link to a G Drive, just like I've used in the past to share resources for some of our games. And in there, you see 4 videos. In one video, the top one, is from 4 days ago, so the 11th. The next one is from the 14th. And the last 2 are from today.
I guess I would be like, did you send it in the group text or to everyone personally?
It's in, basically you all got the same text.
Okay.
It's to an individual, but everybody all passed their perception checks on the last round. And you all kind of noticed, like, oh, I've got a message on my phone. It's 2 individuals. But you all got the same exact text from me, and it's literally just a link to a Google Drive that you all have seen before. It's my Google Drive.
Yeah. Should we all watch them now, or does everyone have headphones? Because I have at least 2 pairs.
Yeah, we got pairs. Let's open up the. I guess let's watch them all. Let's start with the back.
Okay.
I would start with first, the 11th.
All right, so you all, you find a set of headphones, and more or less at the same time, you start to watch these videos.
This is a little weird. Everyone else has been doing it, kind of cataloging what we're doing day to day. They recalled us to the base to help out with this super flu, the cleanup essentially afterwards. That way we can go out and help civilian organizations, we can help, clean up the hospitals, that type of thing. There's probably a whole lot of fuss for nothing, mostly just kind of waiting around. I don't know how often I'll update this. We're just kind of on shift, 12-hour shifts here and there, and just see how this all ends.
Government.
Next one.
Yeah. It's been 3 days. Still no direction from our chain of command. Just wait. Wait for this infection or this flu, whatever it is, to end so that we can finally go in and do what we're supposed to do, whatever that is. Some of us have gotten sick and been moved to the infirmary, and it just means the rest of us have to pick up the slack. So 4-hour shifts, on and off, on and off, on and off for the last 2 days. I mean, we were able to bring our families with us, which is a small consolation. They're keeping the kids quiet and happy, and reports are coming in from other bases overseas that they're kind of dealing with the same thing. So whatever this flu is, hopefully people figure it out so we can all go home. I'll report back in once something happens.
I do like how you look more tired in the video than you did 10 seconds prior.
Yeah.
Through camera magic.
Next one.
Boop.
Everything's gone to shit. The people that were sick, they woke up, they tore the doctors and the nurses apart. They got out. People are tearing each other to pieces. We made a run to the armory to try and get weapons to barricade ourselves in the building. We didn't all make it. I don't know what the hell's going on. People have to find out.
They closed them up and did.
We still got one more watch.
Oh, right.
We did this. Someone in the government did this. They made a weapon, or they tried to make a weapon, and it got out. This is on us. This is everywhere. Bases have gone dark overseas. I don't know how much longer we're going to make it. People have to know. If you're getting this video, get out of the cities. Get out of away from population. There are contingency plans in place to try and stop the flow of this. If you're in a city, you're not safe, and not just from whatever these things are. I hope these videos make it out there. Power's already starting to go bad here. The internet's starting to shut down. Everyone's all over the place. Do what you can. Get away from the city. I don't know if you'll ever hear from me again.
And that's it. That's all that's in the folder.
Immediately, I would text back in a heartbeat and just say, "Hey, hope you're okay. Thank you. We're gonna be okay. I'm alive. People are alive." Send.
So you send a message,
Yeah.
and I'll let you know if you get a response.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all that's in the folders, those 4 videos. And the last one, if you look at the details, was uploaded about 3 or 4 hours ago. So earlier this morning, by 8 o'clock.
Seems like Mount Charleston's the way to go. Yeah. Sooner the better. Pack up what we got. We need to try and hit the mountain before nightfall.
And
Yeah.
don't know when they're gonna do their plan.
Yeah.
If they can.
But we've got food, we've got water, we've got some supplies. I don't know if we want to risk sweeping anything or just go and hope.
I'd say bring all of our food, bring all of our supplies, bags from the other apartments.
We already have
that
them.
one's
We have them
Yeah.
pulled here.
ransacked. The other two.
I don't know if
Did we search?
We should say they were buried because they
Right.
yeah.
And we already searched down there. So the only one that we haven't searched is the one where you girls went down.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us are there? There's 5 of us.
7? Yeah.
Or 8.
Oh, yeah. Because Rosie's in the room.
It's at this point where Rosie comes out and she's holding up her phone. And she's like, I can't leave. What if he makes it off the strip? I can't not be here. Like, I know Wells is saying we got to get out of the city, but we're pretty far away from downtown. Like, they're not going to nuke the entire city. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't nuke a U.S. city. Like, if we're gone and he makes it back here, I'm staying. Just leave me some food and some water. And Lexi and Tess they're kind of nodding along. Like, and Lexi says, I'm gonna have to try and make it to my family. I'm staying too. And Britt kind of chimes in, or Tess kind of chimes in. She said, "We'll barricade this place. You guys are leaving, but if it's as bad out there as we think it is, you're gonna need someone to come back to. We can push furniture down the stairs. We can make it so that we're safe. You guys talked about knocking holes in some of the walls to access the other apartments. That's stuff that we can do. And you'll have, a safe haven to come back to. Plus, the less of you there are, the less attention you're going to draw. So we're staying, but that means we need some supplies. You guys can't take everything.
We leave in Tom.
Yeah.
Tom. Leave in Tom, our text buddy.
Yep.
He can watch over the other two. Tell us that they got it or not.
So, I can leave you 3 the perishable food, and it goes bad faster. That leaves you 3 square a day, 2 days before you guys need to scavenge.
Luckily, you guys have these apartments.
And as far as more, the water hasn't been turned off yet.
And so Gabe reached over and turns out it still works. And there's still power.
And you guys have that Brita water filter thing, like, we can't leave you any of the water supply.
That's fair. You're going to be on foot. Taking the non-perishables makes more sense.
Yeah.
So, if things get bad, we can always ration the food that we have. If we're staying put, we're not going to be out doing as many things. So we could probably get by with less.
Right. We haven't taken stock of everything we have here. Not just, we took stock of the food, but we did not take stock of other supplies. So we've already accumulated a pretty good amount from everywhere. So I figure whatever supplies are in these houses, fair game. But everything that we have collected from the cars and the other 2 places that we've searched, we gotta take.
Yeah.
And they all kind of nod, and
I've got some extra weapons that I'm going to be taking.
Tess goes back into the bedroom. She comes back out, and she hands you the Remington 12 gauge with the 12 extra bullets. She said there's one in the 12 extra slugs. She said there's one in the chamber. Honestly, if we use that thing here, it's just going to draw noise.
So there's 13 slugs altogether?
13 altogether, correct. It's a medium range with 30 damage. So it's pump action. You basically have to rack it. You can fit a few in the chamber at once. I'm not super gun enthusiast, so if I say it wrong, somebody on the internet will correct me. And we can look that up in between episodes. We can look how many you can put in there at once.
I just wrote down 3 for now in case it comes to that.
I was I asked them if we want yourself, like as the text, like if I'm texting you, he makes it out. Do you want to tell him where we're gonna go? Try to get to in case he can join us over there.
Yes and no. Yes, because he's one of us. He's family. No, because we don't know who else is going to look at it.
Exactly. And who knows how long we'll have service up there.
Yeah, well, you don't get service up there anyway.
Is there, it's because you don't want to say, hey, we're going to Mount Trust.
Yeah.
But is there any type of story that you may have told me, activities that you've done up there, something that would spark a memory where it would clue me in as to where you went without directly telling me we're going to Mount Trust?
I'll work on that.
Don't leave me to die again. If and when.
Last time I went, just snow up there, play in the snow. Blue jeans make a blue mark in the snow, so we just say blue snow. Without me telling you this now than before.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like your guys are reading. That's a legit survival technique. Like, if we're going to make a life for ourselves, we don't want. What if somebody picks up my phone? It's like, oh, they're going to do a thing at Mount Trust.
problem is that saying anything about snow in Vegas, there's only one place it snows.
Yeah.
So,
So, don't take my feelings into consideration with whatever you guys choose to do with your survival plans. Whatever you would do in real life, like, do that. That's how I expect you guys to play.
Maybe go downhill.
I would just tell him that we're gonna be safe and try to contact us as soon as possible. But I would like to tell him something to try to find us.
I open up my phone. I create a Word document, and I'm going to send it to the Google Drive. And I can get you a card with this later if it ever comes up. But the Word document reads, "The snow is lovely, but not this time of year. Bad for sledding, though. Take the long road, and we'll see you soon. Signed, Charles."
I see you said it takes a little while, but since you've had access to that shared drive before, permissions to both upload, edit, and remove, you see it successfully created as of this time by you.
That way, you need passwords to get into that. So if anyone just opens up his phone, who knows? He works in the military. I doubt they have like autofill passwords. I'm not sure that's allowed, but I don't know. But if anything, he's more likely going to see it there than he would just the self-service, because he can access that computers, cloud, cell phones, what have you.
Just to let them know we're still okay.
Yeah.
In case he's okay for us.
Yeah, and that's, he'll figure that out. Other people might too, but it'll dissuade most. Okay. So, stock. Without the perishables, it's got 40 non-perishable food. That's 8 days of one meal a day.
We can try to stop somewhere on our way to the mountains.
Everywhere between here and there is going to be full of people, which is going to be either sacked or worse.
There's that brand new Smith's that's right by before the
I'm sure it's
mountains.
already.
That's unless we find a small neighborhood.
Everywhere is going to have people.
We heard a very terrible city start a zombie apocalypse.
Anyway, 40 non-perishable food. One meal a day, that's 8 meals. That's 8 days. 28 water units, or water gallons.
Basically, just
Again,
there's
3
like
a day.
a good bottle of water because you're supposed to drink about a gallon of water a day.
We've got bungee cords, tire irons, furniture straps, rags, a belt, permanent markers, 2 car jacks, some bags, ratchet sets, tool bags, 20 reusable bags, emergency kit with mag light, flares, thermal blanket.
How much
first
water
aid
did you
kit.
say you had?
Huh?
How much water did you say you had?
28. Thermal blanket, 2 first aid kits, toilet paper, 2 tarps. I also have written down a quart of water. Which I don't know how many water units that'll be. I'll race that add to the units.
Probably just one. Probably just one. Just call it 29.
So 29 water units. Some more flashlights. And I've got this hiking bag, which is currently in it with 3-liter hydration water bladder and one of those fancy dancy life straws. Good for 1,000 gallons. As for weapons, you got your knife, you got your kendo stick. I've got my kendo stick.
I still have my kitchen knife sink.
Got the kitchen knife.
And Matt has his frying pan
And
and a BB gun with
3, I think, left. So we need to find you something, which I know we've got some other things.
I've got my metal bat, one of my daggers.
Yeah, we've got knives, we've got bats.
Oh. I'm assuming we're taking like actual inventory, like in game.
Yeah.
Can I start taking apart the bungee stuff
Absolutely.
outside?
So go ahead and roll me broadcraft, just see how long it takes you. You were the one that built it, right?
Yeah.
So take a plus 25.
Plus 25. 83.
Okay, so you take it down. It takes you a little bit longer. Like it's literally just disconnecting some bungee cords from the porch.
Half
It just-
is good.
A matter of how long it took you and what like if you use duct tape to put it up, like how much you could recoup that type of thing.
Yeah.
So you get it down. Just like you go to take one off and it like snaps you in the stomach because it was under tension. Matt's still clutching it.
No, it's mine.
It's mine. Porch pulls.
I've got some actual swords to take. I've got some heavier clothing that I'll wear that we can use as well. And it's gonna sound weird, and it may literally never come in handy, but if it does, I've got something that we can use to maybe signal each other from great distances if that ever needs.
So cups and string.
No.
A lot of string.
And I can grab those in between sessions, but they're glass orbs, colored glass orbs that might be able to catch light and maybe shine. And if not, we can always hook them.
You don't have to show me your glass balls between sessions. I'm with you.
What about that jar of the little?
Yeah, we've got the beads and everything like that we can take too.
If we're going in the mountains, we could use them to like marker trails.
Something like that, yeah.
I have specific location.
Grab that half dome, it's a lens, and just use that to start fires.
That too. All right, so we've got some tools, we got some equipment. Now, on the case of food and water, I only see one option before we hit the mountain.
Scavenge.
It's the gas station down the street. It's a gas station. We can fill up my car or your. I don't know if we want to take one, both.
You take both.
There's 5 of you that are leaving the apartment.
And 2 of us know how to drive. 2 are learning to drive.
And then there's Dave.
I know how to drive, but it's not legal.
Of age.
No license.
He's 14.
He's like that weird Brad Pitt movie where he ages in reverse.
Yeah.
Benjamin Buttons.
He's actually 8.
He's a big boy.
But, that being said, Tess and Lexi, we obviously don't want to take your cars considering you may need them. And that leaves us with 2 cars. The gas station down the street is attached to a kitchen, a restaurant. They'll have something. It'll be dangerous. Because I know we're not going to
Bless
be
you.
the only ones thinking this. That's our best bet.
Okay.
That's fine.
Anywhere we're gonna scavenge is gonna have some level of danger anyway. So
I'd say another option could be fine. Still hold people there.
Pretty slow.
Slower zombies.
It's full of prostitutes, too, though. They
Actually,
could be quick.
extra disease zombies.
Yeah,
They stay clean. They have to, or else they can't work there.
some.
Anyways,
Unless it's like the boss's favorite, and then like she can just get away with things.
Because you know so many.
No, I don't.
Some of the evil prostitutes.
Yeah.
Obviously, there could be scavenging around.
Nice thing about Nevada is that it's full of small towns.
Dare you say Nevada like that?
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting.
Not Nevada.
Nevada?
I grew up in Corntown. I'm sorry
Sorry.
that I don't pronounce your "don't tread on me" state correctly.
he says like that. Like he drinks with his pinky up.
Nevada.
Nevada.
Oh, Nevada.
See, called him.
Nevada, bitch.
That'll
She
work.
gets to ride with you.
Like you guys are literally having this conversation in the game.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
It's okay. Matt's a better shot anyway.
You don't even fucking know. I don't say it that loudly.
It's like you hear.
Do you even know?
I used to. Let me see.
Okay.
Whatever.
We've got our stuff. We've got bags. Let's grab some extra weapons and let's lock and load and rock and roll. Okay. As for game terms, I don't know if we want to just go into depth of everything that we've got right now because it'll probably come in handy if we run into something. But it's also a bunch of boring bookkeeping stuff.
So for that, like you guys in previous sessions and prior to us actually starting, they showed me a lot of the gear that they had. They showed me the Rambo knife that Jesse carries around. I've seen the leather armor that Mitch and Chloe both have. Like, I have faith in them. They know if they're lying about something, they're really just cheating themselves out of a fair and equitable gameplay. So we don't have to go through every single item. But as long as it's written on their character sheet and they say, I use my insert thing here, and they actually have it written down, I'm going to trust mine. This is more about gameplay. It's about fun. So we don't have to get to the extreme minutiae of bookkeeping for every little minute.
Huh?
Should grab the leather trench coats for when it becomes winter. So A, it's warm. B, it's a little more armor.
So that's the thing is that you have a trench coat. I have a trench coat. And I have a heavier jacket, like a double layered jacket. You didn't bring a jacket. We were
Some.
I don't have my jacket.
She doesn't live
It's
here.
at my mom's.
no, but you have your leather outfit.
Yeah. It doesn't have sleeves. I have sleeves with me. I just need to kill a bear and wear it, okay?
Zombie.
You can take my jacket. I'll take the coat. You take your coat. You got your leather gear.
I was gonna say, got extra blankets, pillows.
We don't want something that's going to restrict you.
Yeah, but like, sitting in the car locked door.
Oh yeah, we're going to grab that stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys spend a good hour kind of piling up things, sorting through. You know, at first you're just kind of grabbing like willy nilly. I could use this. I could use this. I could use this. You know, the three of you that live here, especially Jesse, you're just kind of helping like taking armloads of stuff to a pile. And from that pile, you all kind of sort through, move stuff off the side that you really are like, all right, maybe we don't need to bring this. And you kind of boil it down to man/woman portable piles of stuff. And you have the hiking bag, you have some duffel bags, you have some like school type bags. And you pack everything away as best as you can.
There was a Hello Kitty backpack.
There you go. That's games, specifically. I mean, if you guys want to roll for it, you can roll the Mets. You can roll the play. Yeah, there you go. Matt, since he's not here, you guys parse out all the stuff, and you hand him the Hello Kitty duffel bag or Hello Kitty backpack. Say, here you go, buddy. Whatever you need to pack away. And he's just like, fucking hate you guys.
I'll give him the shotgun.
And I like you though. So he starts cramming supplies into the Hello Kitty backpack, but he has the shotgun, which kind of offsets the fact that he's wearing a Hello Kitty backpack. Like he's a Hello Kitty badass right
I want to be a Hello Kitty badass.
now. You don't have a shotgun in a backpack, sorry.
No, but she's got a bag. So armor on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on.
So it's on the. You
Oh.
basically write it
It's right in front of my fucking face.
right, basically above your. So yours is a pauldron, you said, right?
So I have a leather pauldron with like a bandolier, but I have like a ankle full sleeve like leather trench coat.
Okay. So yeah, you can consider that.
So that's like everything but the head.
Let me look on the cheat sheets. So, so it's leather, right?
Yeah.
So you can consider that to be sturdy armor for everywhere it would actually cover.
Right. Everything but the head, unless I put the hood up, and then I can't really see.
So that would be a negative 25 to damage if done on the pieces of your body that it covers.
So should I put negative 25 or just 25?
However you want to add it. Basically, just you have 25 armor on the pieces of your body that it covers. So say if Chloe, you have the leather armor, sleeveless. So on your torso,
I have it at negative 15.
Because it's soft leather. It's real light.
okay.
Leather.
So, but yours is it like a heavier leather trench coat?
Yeah. The thing, I think that coat weighs what, 15, 20 pounds on its own?
So yeah, if yours is just like show
I'll
leather,
show
it
you after.
would be a 15 soft leather, soft armor for whatever piece you
And
buy.
my jacket.
I think we covered that in a previous video.
Yeah.
But just to
What
reiterate,
I'll wear during winter.
they have the gear that they actually have in this house, and that is what they're using to cover themselves. So, I mean, if they took like a towel and wrapped it around their forearm with some duct tape, it would probably stop like a scratch or stop something. So I wouldn't necessarily consider it soft armor, but I would give them some type of bonus to that, like maybe like a negative 5, because it's a towel. They'll stop a scratch or a bite, but it wouldn't stop like a knife.
And we have 3 full face masks here.
So to protect your face.
Yeah. I don't know. And they're all pretty fresh,
Might scare somebody,
but not count as armor.
because it would only protect your face.
Right.
Like if you were to get hit in the face, and if it's a soft, like if it was one of those like ballistic masks, like an actual
Right.
ballistic mask, we would work something out depending on the hit location and like the narrative of what the attack was.
Right.
But that would just mean, I mean, if you're trying to like rob somebody of their supplies, it could maybe give you a like an intimidation bonus because you look like.
It already works on ground.
Yeah, it does. Masks scare me. They have fucking scary ass.
But we have, I mean, I've got bandanas for days to cover our mouths, and that'll help keep things from flying into them.
Also, you sure?
Yeah.
We're gonna look so cool.
A-shirts. A-shirts, also known as white beaters.
Yeah, we've got those. So, okay.
So yeah,
my
you spend your hour kind of gearing up, putting on your various armors and armaments, and you know, no one's really saying anything like your group to the group that's staying here. You know, they look kind of resigned. Like not that they've given up, but you know, a few times you start to see one of them kind of like go to say something or like go to put something away or maybe like help, but then they kind of stop and sit back down or shuffle about doing whatever task they're doing. But as you gather up before you leave, you can tell like definitely something should be said. And if not by you all, then Tess is kind of standing there. She's not standing in front of the door, but she's standing close to it. She's kind of to the window side of the couch, looking and watching you all move about.
look. This isn't easy. You know where we're going. If we leave there, we'll leave the same way now. Stay quiet. Stay safe. Not goodbye.
And then Leslie speaks up. She said, "Until the next time I see you."
Yeah.
And so hands are shook, hugs are given out by the people that are huggers, and they, Rosie and Leslie Lexi grab the couch from either side. Matt goes out to the balcony, kind of quietly.
Yep. He rolls horribly, and he's like, "We're all clear." We take 2 steps out the door, and there's just like a hole
No,
in it.
that was for him to get out there quietly. He did well.
Now he's blind.
And he looks. You see him kind of peek up over. You hear him. You see him. He comes back inside. I think we're clear.
From up here?
So, if he was here, he would have said, "I passed."
Yeah. From up here, just in case anything, I want to unlock my car. Like, I'll
Same.
doors right now, and I want to pop the trunk open.
So you unlock, and then
And the
there's
trunk is already open because you didn't close it for it.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
I'm gonna grab the D&D maps.
like your rolled up charts. Okay. Are you bringing any of your dice or any of your books in case you want to kill the time?
Well, we gotta bring dice for
Yeah, but
The diceable. You can bring whatever you want, but like just bear in mind like you have to be physically carrying this stuff if you're on foot. So if it's like a ton of crap, at some point it'll be harder to carry things, or you'll have to start shedding gear if you're on foot.
I'll bring the D&D bag, which has the books and everything. Okay.
So
And I've got that chain. I don't know if I've ever done
I do want to grab phone chargers, just in case.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep mine.
see, you would have done that in the hour. Basically, between sessions, you can kind of consolidate and look at a list here of things that a normal person would have grabbed. Like, I'm not going to make you roll to like, I will pack this because you know that you're going and you may or may not be coming back, but you're prepping like you're not.
Right. And
So-
we've got bags and
Yeah.
such.
So you both unlock your cars more or less like click, 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 and after about a tense minute and a half, everyone's listening. You don't hear.
So you give me like your life jacket?
Which would you count that as a torso, as soft armor, torso, left arm, right arm?
What is it?
It's like a multi-layered jacket.
Yeah.
It's got like it's double layer padding, and then it's got that like really almost like a silk lining on the inside.
Like a Carhartt jacket or something? Not leather.
I
But,
have no idea what that is.
sorry, I grew up on a farm. Area. Yeah. So that would be torso, left arm, right arm, 15 for soft arm.
Because it's like triple layer, and I mean, silk is actually pretty tough. It's what the Mongolians used.
Goddamn macarons.
They'd wear it under their chainmail, and the arrows would pierce the chainmail, but not the silk. So when they would pull the arrows out, they just grab their shirt, pull it taut, and pop the arrow out of them.
The more you know.
Wow.
History with Uncle Mitch.
Oh, that's a weird phrase.
What would you prefer, Daddy?
No.
Yeah. How do you think that goes later?
All right.
So once it's kind of apparent that you're ready to go, Rosie,
We always forget something anyway.
you'll do that. We'll get halfway to Mount Charles and like, shit, we'll turn around,
Grab that bag of cotton balls.
fight our way back to the horde of zombies.
Yeah.
So,
No, I just wanted to make sure you weren't kidding.
so Rosie grabs one side of the couch and Lexi grabs the other side of the couch. And
It takes them 10 minutes to move it.
hand down to each other. They pick it up. They don't drag it. They pick it up and they move it that way towards the kitchen, like towards that wall. So the door is clear, and then they all three kind of gather on that side of the door where the leash is at. We'll be here, and if we're not, we'll leave where we plan on going.
Same.
Stay safe.
You too.
Good luck.
Pat.
So again, handshakes, hugs, pats, cold glares, whatever. Doctor. I concur. And
Let's go.
so how are you trying to get to your parties? Fast or quiet?
Quiet,
Quiet.
slow.
I mean, that's sweet stealth roll. And because you know, just like the last time, you know the steps, you know the rocks, you know the path, give it plus 20 to roll.
Wait, plus 20?
Yes.
I'm gonna use the sigil to roll.
Same.
Samesies?
Samesies.
Oh, then it won't be the plus 20.
Nope. It's just a flat roll if you use a sigil.
Well, now I'm still pretty fucking rough.
But I can't add the 20 to it now.
No. Unless you want to burn another or use another sigil.
To add
So
20?
basically, you would use 2 sigils to reroll and give another plus 25.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
So when you fail, it's like the degrees of failure, right?
Yes.
And it's 20, right? Not 25?
I got a natural 1.
Okay, so you pass. So what are you doing?
I
So
use
the
2 rolls,
original
so I can re-roll and add
25.
25. Okay.
Not plus the additional 20. It's just your skill plus
regular
25.
20. Yeah.
Okay. I failed by 7.
Okay, so
I'm not worried. It's a minor failure. You did way better. He rolled like a 90.
It was like 80 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
you would have fallen down the stairs.
so now it is, what, 40?
Excuse me. Sorry.
So you passed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What'd you roll? Did you
everybody,
pass?
I rolled a 3.
so everybody.
I'm probably carrying the most.
I was
Like,
gonna say you're probably in the very rear of the gear. Like everyone else is kind of slowly avoiding that, like the 6th step on the way up to go dong. You step on it, which is annoying every time because now that I'm like, oh, zombies are gonna attack. You all know to avoid that, and you make your way cautiously down the steps. The cars are parked right in the little sweet spot right out here, so you know you're gonna kind of follow the stone pathway. And the 3 of you make it around the corner, and as Mitch, you go around the corner, one of your bags is caught on the bush that's right there out in front of the downstairs caddy corner. And, you know, the noise of a bush being pulled back at the least, the noise. And you all kind of freeze. Give me perception rolls.
Fail.
I'll use the sigil.
is that 99?
That's 99. Your ears explode.
My perception is 36. I rolled a 33.
You passed.
Should be really well, too.
Yeah.
If you're supposed to roll with close to.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, it's still up to a maximum.
That's
Roll
the
another?
second 99.
2 in a row.
You need to go by larger. So if you look at the cheat sheet on the front, the degrees of success, they say you did okay. So the higher your skill, the more ability you have to do better. Like obviously, once your skill's up in the 80s, you can do outstanding. You did okay. But it makes sense that you would be the one who would really like freeze because you were the one that made the noise.
I can hear my heartbeat.
Yeah. Honestly, if you would have failed, that's probably what I would have said. Your ears like do. So you have grown used to the quiet of this new way of existence. No more road traffic, no more. You still have the occasional gunshots, but that's kind of become the new norm. The occasional gunshot, sirens have kind of faded. You know what to listen for more or less now. The screams, the running. And everyone freezes when they hear that shh of the brush getting hit with the bag. You all hear your own breathing, kind of heavy because you're carrying a load. Your hearts. Mitch, you listen for what feels like forever, but really is maybe 10, 15 seconds. And you don't hear any change. So what do you do? So
Maybe with a little extra pep and stuff.
So you all make it to how are we breaking it up? Like, what are we all going to load into one car, all the stuff, and people in another? Like, you tell me how this is going to play out. Because your tailgate is currently open, or does it not close all the way? I don't remember exactly from the session.
His trunk is open.
My truck
Yours
is.
is okay.
But I also have space in the back seat and everything in case.
And I mean, it's an SUV. For me, at least. I could fit everybody in my car and all the stuff. So if you want to put a majority of the stuff and use your car as like a scout car, but keep some of the supplies in your car in case this one goes down.
Yeah, definitely use like whatever happens. Take the gas out of one car and put it to the other one.
Yeah. So
we'll retcon that you guys came up with this plan before you walked out of the house with no plan.
right.
Because
We're just outside like, oh,
just in the middle of the zombie fest, they're like, "What car are we taking? Just make up your mind."
Between sessions, since I'm kind of like bookkeeping everything,
Yeah.
I'll write down the cars and what's in each.
Perfect.
And how we're breaking it up, because I'll put a little bit of the food in his car, majority of the food in my car. Same thing, just in case. Until then, who's riding with who? I'm driving and you're driving.
We already said close right with them.
Yeah, you already kicked me out, so.
And you still have Matt.
Yeah.
I said, oh, shit. You're gonna.
Guess I'm chopped over.
I just like you.
Oh, I know.
I'll take you and that.
Yeah.
And then we're running red lights.
I probably should.
Running red lights?
Whenever Gabe and I are in the car together and we talk, we just go into the zone of talking, and I'll run stop signs and I'll run red lights without even realizing it.
I mean, it doesn't matter right now.
No, but okay.
I think the cops are worried about giving that tickets right now.
Yeah. All right. So I've got the boys, and you've got
Little girl.
the girl. We got to repopulate somehow, right?
That's not
Depends on what you're into.
She didn't say no.
So let's load up. Let's go.
So
Luckily it's Friday nights, or it's Saturday now, but Friday going home from work is when I fill my tank. So I should have a full tank of gas.
and when we first started saying you just recently filled up yours as well. So you're
That week, yeah.
so you're at about 3/4. But your car is going to get better gas mileage than his SUV, so you should have a pretty good range. And you know the range of vehicles.
Yeah, I've got about 30 miles to go.
And Mount Charleston's literally like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get to your car, and obviously right now you can't really, well, you can if you want to, take the time to like smartly divvy everything out, or you can just throw the bag that you're carrying into the car that you're getting into.
And
I'd say we can do that now.
We'll do
to
the-
the safer area.
oh, I was gonna, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, we'll wait.
So you all load in, and
I do that, pull the door, and then
and you load in and close your doors as well.
As quietly as possible.
So
Okay.
where's everybody sitting? So I mean, in your car, obviously, driver, shotgun.
you want to sit in the back seat.
Just Miss Daisy.
You're in passenger with me, and Matt has free reign in the back.
So Matt gets in the back, and he clicks his seatbelt, but he sits in the middle.
Okay.
And he lays the gun across him, and he says, "This way, I can
Yeah.
kind of both sides, and hopefully without actually shooting either one of you." And he nervously giggles.
Please don't.
He nervously giggles.
I appreciate that.
If I die, I'll kill you.
Insert Matt joke here.
Yeah, I try. I try to embody Matt.
You gotta stutter more.
Yeah.
It's method acting. I need to grow my hair out and dye it red.
So
Channel your inner.
let's go. I'll start up the car.
So I mean, you saw how mine loud, how it really goes.
All right, we both start your cars up. What direction? So once we reach a certain point where we can safely start to use Google Maps, probably in the next session, once we get a little further away from where they actually live, I'll be able to pull up a map and show where they're going on instead map. But for now, we're just going to use theater of the mind. I know the area more or less around where they live, so we'll talk through the directions they're turning.
Left.
So
Or right out the gate.
Right out here, I said.
We're probably gonna go through the entrance.
On your way to the gate, because engines make noise, give me all perception check plus 40 since you're literally, well, drivers plus 20, passengers plus 40.
I'm sorry.
Drivers plus what?
20.
Plus 20. Because you're mainly focused out the window. Passengers are literally like they're checking their sectors.
Swear to God.
So it's plus 40.
I felt like
What do you want?
She passed.
Yeah, I passed.
Matt
That's
passed. Gabe.
Phil.
No, I got it exactly. I rolled 86, and with that 40 was 86.
So you get a plus 1 to your perception at the end of today's session. Well, actually, we'll do that at today's, yeah. So the end of today's session, you get the plus 1 for sure, in addition to the one you get for just being. So Matt is in your car. Who's, like, what order are the cars going in? Who's lead
I'll
vehicle,
probably
who's
say
trailer?
Mitch first.
Guess so.
Yeah, you did say I'm not to turn right out the gate. So I'm like,
Alright, so as you're heading away from the pool towards the front gate, and as you come to that T intersection by the awnings, you see Stumpy and 2 others coming your way from the right, like they've looped around. They're probably 60 yards away, but they're at a full sprint. Now, you don't see that yet. You don't see anything. You passed, but you don't see anything because you're behind him. He's actually like at the T intersection. You're 1 car behind him. So you don't see anything. Or, sorry, you don't see anything. Matt says, "Oh shit, they're back." And he points with his hand. Points. He says, "Oh shit, they're back." That's all you hear from the back. And you see him in the rearview mirror pointing to your right.
Okay. I stick my hand out the window and do a clenched fist. I pull to the left, and you said they're about 60 yards
I'm closing.
in closing.
So every couple of seconds, they're closing they're like 6 or 7 seconds for being on because they're full out sprints.
Okay. Then I will pull to the left, throw it in reverse, and gun back.
All right, so go ahead and give me a drive check plus 20.
I will use the sigil.
So it's plus 45. And your intent is to
Slam them.
so
So-
plus 45 to your drive check.
Which makes this 85.
So don't fuck it up.
80.
Which is an outstanding success. So Jesse and Chloe, you're in the trail vehicle. Seemingly so far so good. You're checking around. You're doing a great job. You're looking in your rear view. You're turning around. You're looking. You're not seeing.
She wouldn't hear him screaming?
You guys can see you rolled down the windows.
I mean, I stuck my. I
Okay,
stuck my
so
hand out the
you're
window.
so yours is
My window's
It's
down.
like, just press it. So sorry. When you guys are in vehicles, start declaring these types of things.
Okay.
That's like with Matt. He clicked his seatbelt. So is it safe to assume everybody has their seatbelt on?
Yes.
This
I'm
is
sorry,
the
No, I
I
don't.
don't have my seatbelt.
This is the last time I'm going to assume your seatbelt is on, and I will act accordingly.
Okay. I'm going to write down like a vehicle checklist and like keep
Just
that
like
to the
Zombieland.
side.
Seatbelts, even though they don't wear
Seatbelts, and at least my window was down.
Okay.
Because I had mentioned that I stuck my hand
Right.
out.
So for now, like I said, for now, seatbelts are on, windows up or down.
Yeah.
So you don't hear anything either. But you both see Mitch go like this. Which, for me, means stop. I get that. I understand. I'm tracking. And you see him gun it to the left, and he goes not quite out of sight, but like locks him up, and you see him immediately slam it in reverse. Tire starts spinning in reverse, smoking a little bit, and he starts rocketing backwards. And as he's coming back into the intersection,
See the
you
zombies.
see the 3 zombies, Stumpy, which I don't think you saw, only you saw. You see one armless zombie wearing like a mechanic's outfit, and 2 other zombies sprinting full at him, and they just hit crunch in the middle. The car doesn't stop because it's a vehicle. 3 bodies don't stop either. They just start going in a different direction. So give me another drive check plus 30 this time. Because it's literally just your ability to maintain control of the vehicle when it's bam.
Yeah.
Do the first or second lock.
Hmm?
An object motion will stay. in motion.
Exactly. They stayed in motion, just in different directions.
16.
All right, so again, you see this crunch, and your windows are up, but you hear like of the tires, and you hear this. You don't hear all of it. You hear like the deeper like impact noise, and it, like if you imagine running into like a cow, because it's 3 people. Like imagine plowing into a cow in reverse, maybe only going like 15, 20 miles an hour.
Right. Still hurts.
Still not
I've been
good.
hit by a
So
car.
you hear
Third.
exactly the full sprint. So you hear this like crunching squelch noise, and from your rear view, like you see the head, wham, and it comes through the back window. Not like shattering it out, but it like crunches in, and blood splats up on the back window.
That's losing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt is pointing his shotgun out the back window now at the zombie that is partially in.
I'm shouting him to get his fucking head down so I can see.
So he looks at you and he ducks back down, and
If I hit them and like I see like the 3 go down, like
they go flying.
Right.
No, not necessarily like comically, but
Right.
they go bam and they come back and hit. And you see this. You see one kind of get partially kind of lodged, like face first into the window, kind of like the kid downstairs. The other 2 go flying off, one in towards the apartments on the left, one kind of back towards your car, but not like at your car, just in your direction at an angle.
Mm.
And then,
I'll hit the brake. Like I'll stop.
so once you do, most of the zombie exits the vehicle. Chunks of the face stay inside the vehicle, stuck to your back windshield, on kind of speared on the
But not
glass.
in yet.
No. It's just like
cracked glass.
straight. Well, it kind of came partially in enough to like bust through a little bit, and those pieces are stuck on the glass and still stuck on the glass, where the rest of it is no longer there.
Okay.
Tore
It's
it
a
tore it away,
It's a warning for the zombies.
and it's stumpy.
Okay.
Like, you now have the stumpy souvenir stuck to the back windshield of your
There's
SUV.
blood on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the full racing strike. You're good to go now.
I'm good. I'm set.
So you you pop the brakes, they go flying.
And I will.
You don't. Give me a perception minus 10, because a lot of things are going on.
Nope.
All right, so
That
you
is
don't.
a 100.
So you, your eyeballs explode. So no, you just really don't see anything because you just ran over 3 zombies in your car. Your heart's hammering. You've never done this, I hope, in your vehicle before. Not gonna judge.
Almost me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't see anything. Matt doesn't see anything. Gabe, you're sitting passenger. Go ahead and roll your perception. You've been on lookout, so just give me a flat perception. You weren't doing anything other than watching. Okay. So none of you see what happened because there's blood splattered down the car. There's blood across the back. This is right in front of you. So you see this crunch, squelch noise, and it hits the brakes, and there you go flying. And they hit the ground. And like normal people, that's like, I'm done, son. They're not normal. So they hit the ground and they kind of tumble. And they're on the ground for a bit and they start this twitch. And they kind of lurch themselves back up to sitting. And you see, like you're used to seeing human torsos that move, that are normal, at normal angles. These aren't anymore. So one goes to stand back up and the bone between his hip and his knee folds backwards the wrong way, right where the bumper hit him. So he goes back down with bone sticking out of the back of his thigh. And he, unfazed, starts dragging himself towards the SUV. Stumpy gets up with another. He's got a flaily arm and a stump, but he's running at the car.
Half a face.
Yeah, half a face missing. He's running at the vehicle with the other arm just flailing, a little stump just spinning in the air like a little engine that can. You just can't. And the third one gets up, and you see he caught the back right bumper, like to the chest, or not the bumper, but the fender, the back corner of the SUV, straight to the chest. You don't see him get back up as fast. He gets up, but it's like you see that it's caved in, and he was actually shirtless. Like he's just wearing like boxers, and you see just this caved in chest, and everything is kind of like jerky because there's muscles that are disconnected and bones that are broken. Collarbone is sticking out through the skin, has that kind of weird angle, and he's just like coming at you. Your window's not down, but you can just zombie noise. Yeah. But they're definitely not sprinting at this point, but they are getting back up and going towards his vehicle. So what do you don't, none of you see this.
Right.
You just like, hey, the zombies are gone, sweet. What do you do?
Do I have a clear shot of all three? Or how is my position versus them and the zombie?
If you imagine the T intersection, he came from this direction, backed up, and pretty much hit them right in the middle, like right in front of you, and then skidded to a halt. So you're pretty much, if you went forward, you would T-bone him, but you see it because they're to your right. So if you were to plow forward, you would smash pretty much right behind him.
T-bone him?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Roll for drive. Roll fight. So Mitch looks over at you.
And I'm just gonna be like, and I'm gonna tell Chloe, I was like, call Beachstone. We're gonna walkie-talkie to the whole car.
So normally I wouldn't dictate what a player does. That's their job to do. But to facilitate them getting the fuck out of Dodge, I'm like, make eye contact because they don't have walkie-talkies, but I have a phone. So I apologize if I dictated if I assumed your intentions.
You're fucking triggered. So I see you like I'll nod and go. Go through the entrance and almost like a big wide U-turn because it'll be right through the gate, right at the road.
Yeah. I'm gonna gun and follow.
So as soon as she calls his phone, hang up, call my phone. It'll go through the Bluetooth speaker in my car. That way it all hears. Like we'll all hear.
You mean he tells me to call your phone?
Yeah. Well, I
Because
mean,
if he calls your phone, then
no,
you
but
guys
like
are talking
you
to
call
each other.
him and like he's like, oh, it's Chloe. As soon as he answers, I'm gonna be like, call me.
Okay.
I'm like, wait. Because in my head, I know anything through the Bluetooth in the car is way louder. Coming out of the car. So, me knowing that, can I tell her? I was like,
Yeah.
you shoot
When
me
you-
a text. It's like, it's
Well-
louder through Bluetooth.
I text Gabe
Well,
that.
say he's texting you. You convey that to Jesse. What they're saying, or a call or whatever. Did you pick it up call or did you text?
I called Gabe and I heard them say that, and then they hung up. So now I have to either call back or text them. And the option is I would text Gabe immediately. And
If
say,
he says that, then he would have stopped you from calling, right? He's like, no, don't call because the Bluetooth thing, like,
Yeah.
because we're waiting for you to call.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I told her to text.
yeah, that's why I'm texting.
The reason I know also is sometimes when I'm parking here,
Yeah.
I can hear it in my car with my windows up. So,
Bluetooth bad.
So as you pull, like as you punch it, you go. As you're turning, they're still like coming at your car, and you go to turn and you clip Stumpy in the left leg, which was the good leg. You clip him with your rear fender, not like you're like Tokyo drift into him, but you just, in the turn, you nail him, and you see him go down behind you, and you see the one with the cage-in chest like slowly ambling after you, and in your rear view you see the one just dragging itself. It actually drags itself over Stumpy, and you see the mouth working like.
Just go. I don't care about that.
So you get out to the road. You're the first one on the road, and it's not wall to wall traffic.
I hope not. It's like a very empty road.
Right, it's a feeder street. Like in the stretch that you see to the right, you don't actually see any vehicles. If you look back in your rearview mirror, you see in the intersection like an accident. Like one car crumpled into another car, a third car slammed into the one that got T-boned. You see some movement around there, but it's very far. Like that road way down there. Like you just see something moving around, and you head towards the gas station.
Right.
The one right over there.
Yeah. The one where the woman was like, someone's trying to kidnap me.
The meth addict that wanted her help.
Yeah.
Real life story, not real.
Left.
No, right. The right. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the gate go to the right.
There's two gas stations.
Oh, for sure.
We're talking about meth addict gas station.
He didn't go for us.
Sure.
Just so I know, because there's like 3 gas stations.
Yeah.
2 on this side and 1 on this side.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
So-
right.
Used to be brothers. Used to be the brothers in county.
Alright, so you make your way down there. I didn't have to because it's like 200 yards down the road.
Yeah.
Not like Oedipus.
Odysseus?
Not Oedipus. Odysseus journey.
They
Different
had,
story.
they had a different journey.
Way different outcome. As you pull in, you're the first to see it. There is a line of cars at the gas station. Not like out to the road, but there's like 2 or 3 lined up for every pump, but they're all coming out like different directions.
Okay.
Most of the doors are open. Some are closed. Some cars have that same stained look to it as the car from the parking lot. Some of those cars have some movement inside. The cars with the doors open, from what you can see as you're pulling up, you don't see any movement. But you see things from inside the car kind of like strewn out onto the street. The gas station itself looks untouched. The building itself. Windows aren't smashed, nothing like that. And that's as you're coming towards the gas station.
I'd be pulling up to it pretty slow.
Like as you're coming up to it, kind of as it's coming into your field of view to your right, and Gabe, you can see the same thing. Something you, Tess, and Doodle would have seen with the car being affected here at the parking lot. Stains on the window, slowly moving on the inside. Sight familiar to you, but not necessarily to everybody else.
I wouldn't have gone in. I would have like stayed close to the.
Well, you're still approaching.
Yeah, I'm like slow rolling towards the gas station.
Okay, that's essentially what I was gonna do. Like if he was gonna be doing that, I would
Yeah, I'm slow
slow
rolling.
down just in case like if it's blocked or anything was like, hey, no go, then just keep going on the road.
I will park the car. I will pull off to the left side of the road. There's a bus station.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I will pull up to right there. Okay. And wait for them to pull up, and I'll sit there with the car still on. Just kind of sit there for a moment and wait.
I'll pull up pretty close to them, so like essentially like the cars are as close as they can without touching them. Like it's on my side. Essentially, gate is windows right there.
Yeah.
So like if we want to talk real quick, just roll down the window.
So as you pull up to the first place you've gone outside of the comfort and security of your apartment, you specifically kind of have an idea of what could be in it because you've seen it. Everyone else, this is kind of the first you're seeing, some of you, a period outside of the balcony view. This building means supplies, furthering your survival, gearing up for your trip to Mount Charleston. But it also carries with it a risk. Everything in this world carries with it a risk. How much of a risk, we'll find out in the next episode. So until then, survivors, stay alive.
Oh.